Hello, it's Darren from Investor Income. Welcome to the channel. We're talking about pullbacks today and how we can use nadex out the money contracts to make some lovely profit. You can see the ones are marked here, which will be viable and good trades to place for the pullbacks. And you can see when we start to get this red line moving away from the blue line up at extremes like this, these oscillators cross over. Therefore, trades like this would not be the ones we want. This is an overbought condition. These are not valid pullbacks. You can get them going up more, but they are very risky. As you can see here, it doesn't move, and then the price rolls over. Our strategy shows you when not to get in, and it shows you when's good times to get in. Absolutely crystal clear for pullbacks, and we can also take those reversal trades. But today we are talking about pullbacks and nadex out the money contracts. So the benefit with the out the money contracts, obviously, is we put the trade in our favor to start with. Lower risk, better reward ratio if we get movement. The only time you won't obviously make that profit is if the price does not move and it stagnates. That can happen. That's why our risk is lower. We get the odds in our favor. We're looking for a 1-to-1 return on that. So anything over a 1-to-1 is a benefit. But a 1-to-1 trade ratio using this system is absolutely fine. So you see these trades. It's very clear when you can take these trades. When we're overbought and everything is still moving up. That is a perfect trade. This one here, absolutely fine. We get loads of movement on these contracts. Okay, and these are spread throughout the day. It's the evening GMT, and then early morning, and then mid-morning. Okay, and then rolls over, and I'll be taking more contracts up there, but we're talking about pullbacks today. So here, we look at some here, absolute great trade again there. This one here, again, this is split way apart, the green and the orange, and it's too far apart for my liking, and it's not really moved anywhere. It's moved up, come straight back down here. So we did a bit of price analysis. Here you can see there's a clear trend upwards. Here it's pretty flat. It's gone up and then come back down. There's a chance it will go down further. Plus this is an overbought territory on its own. It's highly likely that you're going to get some pullback down to the lows. You could have actually taken a trade there, and over sort of 4 hours you would have been making money in any case. However, if you get down the bottom here, you could potentially take a trade there. We've got a bit more deviation away from our blue line. And we can enter again. It's taking a hard move down. You can get some correction back to our baseline. In any case, a bit more risky, that method of trading. Perfect one here. Absolutely perfect. Bearish, bearish, bearish. 3 trades there. So, you know, opportunities everywhere. And then we get the deviation trades back. But we're talking about pullbacks. I've got to stay on topic. I'm drifting. There's just opportunities everywhere, you see. These are great trades, great pullback trades, and we've got some deviation between those lines, but it's not moved anywhere, and this one can come straight down, no problem. Okay, this one's a bit more risky. Okay, so you have this one is converging a bit, could be rolling over at that stage. However, we've still got the red and orange clearly showing there's some more movement down there, so you could take that trade there. A bit more risky, that one, but certainly doable. These are some more reversal trades that I've already taken. But you could easily take, for example, this pullback. The orange and the red are nicely deviated apart, and the green line's not really doing much. That's a lovely trend. Not a lot of opportunity on this oscillator here, just to get in on those, because you haven't had a really decent pullback in that move. This is again the Asian session, which you often find you won't get much of a pullback, and it will just go up, which is why you can then take the deviation trades away from the baseline that we do. But there's just this crazy opportunity. This is one currency pair, bear in mind, we're looking at. So this is an interesting one. So this is the green has gone below the red and the orange. Now, in this situation, see these two converging, the orange and the red are converging. The green's already crossed over, and we've peaked on the short-term oscillator. That's a trade. You can take that trade, absolutely. Not the safest of trades, but you can take that trade. Excuse me, no problem at all there. Okay, you get this situation here where we've come up to highs, it's bounced off the high here, and it's gone overbought. Now you can see what's happening here. This has bottomed out, it's gone completely flat. Okay, that's not a great sign. This has then gone overbought here, so you'd say, would that be a trade there? I mean, it's a very weak trade. It's gone down the bottom, price has gone completely flat and stalled, and it's then made a move back up to the highs of before. So I would not be, if I was taking that one, it'd be for a very short time. It's always good in hindsight, but if you're looking like this, you know, you've come back up to a level, it's bounced, gone back down, and come back up. That's, you know, it's making a move. You can see the green oscillator is moving up here. So it's clearly bottomed out on this one and it wants to move back. So that's a weak trade. You could maybe take the spike for a short entry, but you don't really be holding that long. It's come back down and then just stalls again. But either way, if you're on a out the money contract and you got in a decent price here, you can get some decent movement even on euro dollar here. So you can still make some money on that move, but you've got to know, like that, you look at that there, green, red and the orange, the way they're facing, that doesn't look like it's about to roll over. That's going back up again, and surely it does. And there's your better entry. So here you can see there's just trades everywhere. This one here, what we're talking about, early hours of the morning. This is the Asian session again. Very flat, doing nothing as usual. Well, not as usual, but often does. And then we get this spike up, which is the coming up for the European Open. So yeah, that's not a trade there. This one here, yeah, this is coming up. It's a bit of a no man's land. I think they're in the middle of nowhere. It's flat trading range. It's going to be looking to break out. So, and that's exactly what it does. It looks to break out, retests, and it goes higher. So you've got to look at the overall picture, which is why we stay zoomed out. So if you're like this, you can see where the price is. It breaks that level and goes higher. Are you really going to be wanting to enter a trade? You can certainly enter an out the money trade back to these highs. That's absolutely fine. You get into that trade back to those highs. Absolutely. And over that time frame, you're still looking at a fairly decent movement, and you're going to make a nice bit of profit out of that. So you could take that trade. But you just got to bear in mind where to come out and just the logical areas that price will come back to. So you've got to know a little bit around it, but it's not massive amount of learning if you're not familiar with this stuff. If you are, it's like taking candy off children. It really is. It's nuts. There's just there are pullbacks everywhere. And that's not even going into our reversal trades that we normally do as well. So when we get to overbought conditions like this, these go below. We look to enter trades with deviation away from the blue line when this red bulge is away from the blue line. So here, these trades are all in, and the price comes down, and then it goes off and retests. It's a cracking strategy. If you're interested, email me. Please subscribe to the channel and support me if you can. That would be much appreciated. I do hope you get some interest out of this video and some decent content. It is an amazing system. This is just the pullback trades. We've already talked about how we can take deviation trades and go through a bit more of those, a bit more detail in the coming videos as well. I do hope you enjoyed the video. Take care of yourselves, and I'll talk to you soon.